Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jarvis Scott with What's Happening in Birmingham. Today I have the honor and pleasure of being with Mr. Kerry Stevenson, who is here to talk about his brand new book, which is called Inspirations in Life. Good morning, Mr. Stevenson.
Good morning, Jarvis. How are you?
Great. Thank you for taking time out your day to talk about this great book. So, first I want to start off, what was your inspiration and how did you come about writing this great book?
Well, what I did, I've always written poetry, Jarvis, and I never started out writing a book. Okay, so I just write poetry to inspire, encourage, motivate other people, and just somehow ended up with enough poems. And as I shared them with other people, they would kind of push me into writing, putting them in a book form. So I started putting them in a book form, backed out of it a couple of times, and talking to one of my friends, she recommended another friend to me that had written some books, and got her to help me put it together, and it turned out wonderful.
Okay. And I like how you say inspired by faith, family, friends, and football. And especially, football is a big thing here in our state. So I'm going to let you kind of say it so I kind of give it away.
Well, the thing about it is that I've been around this game for a long time. Played Little League ball in the city of Birmingham at East Lake Park. I played at Huffman High School. We went to the state championship. Went on and coached at high school and been coaching for 25 years, 26 years now, exactly. So the people in my life have always been athletes, whether or not they were male football players or coached girls basketball, boys basketball. So I've always been around athletes, okay? And I always tried to get the most out of them. So that football part comes in is that right now I'm Director of Player Development with the University of Alabama football program. And those are the athletes that I'm around all the time now. But we do other stuff for other players. But football is an inspiration, and I inspire guys to go out there and perform at a high level.
Okay, so kind of walk me through the process, how you like you said earlier, how you brought the book together, but like you kind of told me a story how you all pulled it together, but I think it serves as inspiration for other writers that may be thinking, how you pull this great piece of work.
And the good thing about it is that little thing called a cell phone. See, I normally used to write them on a sheet of paper, and when I got rid of them, I gave it to the person I was writing it for, and then I had no record of it.
Okay.
But now I put it on the phone.
Okay.
And now, I text it to them, and I still got a copy of it.
Okay.
So now I got a copy of all these poems that I've written to people for different reasons, and I realized that, okay, I got about 70 poems in here.
Okay.
But most of the time, if somebody want me to write them a poem, they'll ask me, "Could you write me a poem?" And I say, "Okay, give me a title. What you want us to say?
Okay.
What you want it to say?" And they'll send me a title, and I come up with. And God inspired me. He gave me the words to encourage or motivate whatever they need me to do at that point.
Okay, so I want to kind of, because in this book, everyone, this is several poems, and it's like wherever you're going through in life, it's like, inspired by faith, inspired by friends, and finally by football, but it's different titles. So one thing, like I was telling you before the interview started, this is the type of book, in my opinion, you should never do like front to back. I think it's whatever you feel like you need in your life or that day you wake up. Like whether you need something saying living my blessed life, or one about real love, or one of my favorite ones was hungry and determined. So we're just going to go through a few select ones and, of course, get the book. So the first one that kind of caught my eye was on page 14. God has his hands on
you. And that's a poem that I wrote for one of my players, okay, in high school. He was getting ready, and both of us were at the University of Alabama at that time. He graduated and got his master's degree, Joston Fowler.
Okay.
And played fullback, now just got cut by the Tennessee Titans. But anyway, he was getting ready to come to Mobile to play in the Senior Bowl. And we always have a day for those guys that from our school that came and played in the Senior Bowl. So I wrote this for him at his senior day, day, for Senior Bowl day. I was just telling you about Deshaun Davis. He came down, he was Showtime.
Okay.
This is the poem that I wrote for Joston Fowler on Joston Fowler Day.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's God has his hands on you. When things get a little tough, it's life, they always do. You'll meet these trials. You'll see it through. God has his hands on you. You don't just talk the talk. We see God lives in you. You take care of others. You share God's love. God has his hands on you. You're always there to help. No matter what it is, you go over and beyond the call of help. God has his hands on you. You did whatever we asked you and did it with a smile. You persevered through disappointments. God has his hands on you. You do all of this for others. That's just what you do. In your DNA, there's peace and joy. God has his hands on you. You'll reap what you sow. God said it in his word. You've been a blessing to others. God has his hands on you. Your time has come to let God. He takes care of his own. He blessed you to be a blessing. God has his hands on you.
Okay. Yeah, so...
And in that poem, I changed it a little bit to put in this book. In the original poem, I had his name in there.
Oh,
so I personalized. Most of these poems I depersonalized to put in the book. Yeah.
Okay. So what was your thinking? Okay, it's another one. When I was doing some early reading, it was on page 36, and this one was called. Well, actually, it was page 38. It was called Real Love.
Yeah, and what my thinking behind that was that I think I was thinking about a special relationship that I had with my aunt and Jarvis. I had a cousin named Jarvis. Okay, and I really understood what real love was when he and I were broken apart. Of course, he was killed in a gun violence situation, but just thinking of relationships in my life, and I think this probably is in the family section, where I experienced real love. And it says, every special song that I hear makes me think of you. They remind me all the things I thought we'd get to do. I know that with you, I enjoy all the special things and bring the realization, the joy that real love brings. Whether we're sitting around a table or hanging in a room, the presence of this real love always seemed to loom. How you know it's real? That's what they might say. They didn't feel my heart when it fluttered the other day. Do not know the place, nor can I remember the time. All I know is that you're ever present, always on my mind. When I wake up in the morning or before I go to bed, this real love stays constantly, consistently in my head. The real love has survived this distance that time alone may bring, and the love that is between us is such a beautiful thing. This relationship is an understanding between two friends, and the love, respect, and passion that we see will never end. Real love is present here. I can see it in your eyes. It's never lost its way, but put up a great disguise. The real love has never left, and I hope it's here to stay. And this very true, real love still takes my breath away.
Okay. So, interesting that you say about your cousin Jarvis. Very rarely in the interviews, it kind of, just no one kind of stress a personal touch, but actually my cousin named me after your friend, your cousin.
My best friend, yeah.
Your best friend. So it's kind of, y'all, I did not know this, someone else put us together, but it's interesting how you kind of pulled and I could feel that, especially on page 16, the poem you wrote. The one, Where Were You, God? And I feel like, I know you talk about from a personal touch, but I think that goes over anything people go through, especially when, unexpected death happens. People always ask, well, where was God when that happened?
And this came about by my pastor, Pastor Joe Johnson, Mount Hebron Church Ministries down in Mobile. He called me and said, Coach, I'm trying to talk to these parents, man, that's lost their kids. They mean to ask me, where were you, God? Where was God when this happened? Where was God when it happened? And he said, you've experienced a situation like that. How did you feel? Okay, and so I just thought about two very real situations to me that made me think. That made me ask God that, but made me think, where were you, God? And it was my cousin's death and my mom's death. Okay, so she got sick and was in the hospital. And, I was like, where are you, God? And that's when we came up with, where were you, God? Where were you, God, when he got shot and died in my arms? How did you allow this to happen? He had never done any harm. Where were you, God, when she got sick and was in the bed? You have the power to heal, yet death raised this terminal head. Where were you, God? I was losing faith and hope. I was trying to find consolation, trying to find a way to cope. Where were you, God? We've always praised your name. We're not supposed to have this heartache, just wealth, fortune, and fame. Where were you, God? Thanks for your mercy and grace. You brought me through the tough times when death stared me in the face. Where were you, God? You were with me all the time, nurtured me and strengthened me when I thought I was losing my mind. Where were you, God? It's part of your divine plan. If I just learn to accept your will, it will make me a wiser man. Where were you, God, when life challenges passed my way? Thank you for your love and protection. They came to pass and not to stay. Where were you, God? You were always there with me. I have to trust and believe, and one day your face I'll see.
So, like I was telling you earlier, there's another one that's called A Mother's Love. And I always say, whenever people always write, especially poems, you got to have some type of personal experience to kind of delve into that. But I like how, like you said, you can personalize it, but you depersonalize it, but it still has a personal touch to it.
Right.
And everything.
And A Mother's Love, my pastor now in Tuscaloosa, he came to me and told me he wanted me to do something in church for Mother's Day.
Oh, okay.
Pastor Kevin Kroom. And, he said, Coach, Mother's Day, I want you to do a poem for me. You going to write one? So I wrote this for Mother's Day, and we were honoring the mothers at the church. A mother's love. A mother's love prepares and protects. It's a tough love that's hard to describe. It loves you whether you're wrong or you're right. It's a love that will never be denied. A mother's love helps and encourages. It gives you the faith that you need to proceed, to make a jagged edge straight in a heavy burden life. A mother's love is all that you need. A mother's love nurtures and provides, gets you ready for the journey that's taking place. There's no measure that a mother's love wouldn't go through to see a big smile on your face. A mother's love prays and gives us peace when it seems like all hope here is gone. It picks up the pieces and cleans up the bruises and gives you the strength that you need to go on. A mother's love for her child is unconditional. There's nothing that will ever cause it to fade. We forever thank God for our mama. A mother's love is truly heaven-made. A mother's love is pureness of God. We know the blessings that we shall come from above. We praise your name and thank you, Lord, for blessing us and showering us with favor. A mother's love.
That's something I think you can read pretty much every Mother's Day. So going back to your poems, I like to, just give viewers a little bit insight into, like, most of these poems, they just come to you, correct?
Right. I mean, somebody give me a title, or I'll think of something and put it on my heart, and God shake me at certain times to write it. Most of the time, I've read most of them 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty good. Cause like I always tell people, I guess people up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they're always thinking about something. The mind just be,
Like this poem here. I mean, one morning I woke up, probably a couple of weeks before Christmas, I was thinking about what to get my aunt for Christmas.
Okay.
And she pretty much has everything she needs. And this is Jarvis's mom that helped raise me. And I said, I just want to let her know how much I appreciate her presence in my life. So I wrote this, I thank God for you. Okay? And I said, this is going to be her Christmas present. I'm just sitting here thinking about the special things in my life. You were always there for me, in the good times and through the strife. You always stood beside me and helped me pull it through. You held my hand and hugged my neck. I thank God for you. When I needed someone to talk to, you listened without a doubt. And when I had a problem to solve, you helped me figure it out. When I needed to make a decision, I didn't know where to go. You always had the best advice. You helped me learn and grow. When I need to feel special, you were the very best. Seemed God sent you straight to me. You've always passed that test. There's nothing that I needed that you didn't help me through. My guardian angel from above, God gave me his best with you. My sweet aunt, my mother, my hope, my friend, I'll always love and appreciate you. My faith, my joy, my determination, and you I can always depend. I thank our Lord and Savior for blessing my life with you. God molded you with his holy hands. I thank God for you. I just want you to know how much I appreciate your precious love. You prayed for me, you protected me, just as God does from above. I love you to the moon and back. You're eternally in my heart. You're absolutely amazing, love. You're where my blessings start. So let me show my gratitude and give you what you do. You can never imagine how much I love you. I truly thank God for you.
It's a great poem right there. Yeah, thank God for you. So I'm going to kind of move on now to the football poems, which a lot of people, of course, I know you probably get asked that a lot. How many of these poems did you write last season? While the season...
Probably about 20 of them.
Okay.
20, 30 of them. These ones is from football. This team, what football is to me is probably the first one that I wrote. And this is my testimony. I wrote this to Coach Saban.
Okay.
He asked us to give a staff meeting, everybody get a personal improvement plan. And this poem was my personal improvement plan. I want him to let him know why I coach football. Okay, and then has nothing to do with X's and O's. It's about the young men that are playing, trying to motivate them, encourage them, inspire them to reach higher. Because one day football ends. What are you going to do with that? So we try to take them to that level where they start thinking beyond football.
So my favorite one was actually on page, I think it was 122. No, it was 116, called "You Gotta Win."
You gotta win, okay? And you gotta win. And I said football because I was in my role in football, but it's this young lady that my son played tennis with, and she said, "Coach, I need some motivation." I said, "What you need?" She said, I just need some motivation. I got to be able to go to these tournaments. I got to finish. I got to win." I said, "Okay, I like that. You got to win." I said, "So you got the formula. You just get it done." And I just wrote something to help motivate her. What page you said it on?
Oh, page 116. So while you're searching for it, have you inspired any of the football players to kind of come up with their own poems, or kind of?
Well, I don't know if they've come up with their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because and I'm pretty sure they like to freestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Poetry to me is their style of rapping.
Yes.
You know, so and that's why they like it so much. Okay, but I have shared this "You Gotta Win" with them. I'm starting on this journey. It's tough along the way. There are no shortcuts or detours. No room to go astray. Don't know where the road is going, but I know that it will end. Preparation is the key. When you know you gotta win. The early morning wake-ups, they have their rightful place. You have to start somewhere if you plan to finish the race. You won't be distracted when the obstacles begin. No room for doubting or excuses when you know you gotta win. The commitment to study and train makes every day so long. You must have intestinal fortitude and mentally be strong. A burning desire and discipline, the traits will be your friend. You better have a great supply when you know you gotta win. There are many other tasks we do throughout the day. To complete duties and chores, we have to find a way. To finish is the aim, regardless of where you begin. You'll be the last one standing because you gotta win. With God at the forefront, your future is clear and bright. Your focus is on the prize. Your heart and mind are right. You'll not be defeated. You won't break or bend. God gets the praise and glory. You know you gotta win.
Mm-hmm. So what has been the overall reaction to the book so far?
Excitement. You know, me in my position, I had opportunity to touch a lot of people, and most of the people that I have a relationship with are the people that are purchasing. And who knows how many people's lives that I've touched over the last 26 years. I started teaching down in Fort Myers, Florida, so I know guys that in Fort Myers, Florida that have purchased it. You know, I was taught in Birmingham, and I taught there at Huffman High School for 7 years. I know somebody from each class that was there that's purchased a book so far. Okay, and then I went to Mobile, and I was down there for 12 years. And I just left from down to Mobile. I had a book signing last week, and everywhere I went, somebody wanted to purchase a book. So it's been good. It's been good. Most people are proud that I put these words. They watched me live this for the last 25 years. Okay, so it's not a secret to them because my life has been one of poetry in motion.
Okay, so I also looked, and on the back cover, he has some endorsements. Miss Terry Saban, and also the president of the University of Alabama, Stuart Bell. So you have a lot of strong endorsements for your book.
Well, we just like to share what we do with everybody. Okay, and Terry Saban has been a very important part of my family's life for the last 6 years. And when I asked her would she read the book, she was excited about it and reminded me, "Coach, you never got me to copy the book." Okay, and when she read it, she was like, "Wow, Kerry, this is something special." Okay, and I asked her, would she endorse it, write a statement for us to put on there, and she gladly did so, and President Bell did also. So it's been a very rewarding adventure for me, and we're excited to see how far it's going to go.
So the most important question is, where can we get the book right now?
You can purchase this book. Go to CerryStevensonBook.com. CerryStevensonBook.com. You can purchase it online, or any other book outlets. You can pick it up. But the easiest way to get it is on CerryStevensonBook.com.
All right. So, any last thoughts?
Well, yes. I mean, that I want to share with everybody. All you guys have a chance to be successful, okay? And you determine your successes and failures. Jarvis started this business from scratch, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't easy, but he had to believe in himself. In this poem right here, we want to get it to every one of your children out there. So, and we're going to have it on a banner, so you can hang it up, a poster that you can put in their room, okay? And it's called Myself. And it says, I came into this world all by myself, and God made it happen this way. I need to be able to like myself, whatever comes with me. I need to be able to push myself, no matter how hard to test, and know that I would challenge myself to always do my best. When times get tough for myself, I can't let it get me down. I got to be able to pick up myself and get ready for another round. For it's up to me myself to look me in the eye and know that I didn't cheat myself because I failed to try. I give you the best I have myself and be all that I can be, and always promise to present myself the best version I have of me. So you believe in you, I believe in me. We came up with this book, and this is going to be online, CerryStevensonBook.com. It's a lot of good stuff in here. Can't wait for a chance to inspire you.
All right, so Mr. Stevens, thank you for taking time out your day. Enjoyed the book. I'm going to continue reading. Also, y'all, please purchase this book. I'm telling you, it's very inspirational. No matter what you're going through in your life, it's always something in this book that can apply to it. So for more interviews, please check out my website, what'shappeningbirmingham.com, or check out this video on my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you all again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.